Hi YouTube, it's Nikki here, and I'm often asked by people how I got my start in electric vehicles and what my experience with electric vehicles is. There are some people who've known me in the electric vehicle world for many years, but there are some who are kind of new and go, who is this Nikki Gordon Bloomfield person? Where does she come from? What's her background in electric cars? Why does she have a YouTube channel? And so I think I'm going to start uploading some older videos that I've made talking about electric cars that go back really quite a long way. And the first one I'm going to upload is an episode of something called Nikki Drives, which was a YouTube channel that I had for a short period of time, in which I was doing car reviews and vlogging about what it was like to drive electric cars. And it was centered very much on a pro EV user standpoint. And one of the first episodes I made was one talking about my very first electric car, which was a City L. I'm not going to put that one up today, but I'm going to upload one talking about my plug-in Prius, which was a car that I built way back in 2008. I made I converted a Toyota Prius to a plug-in hybrid. Unfortunately, that car died. It met an untimely death because I had some issues with battery management with thermal runaway that I'm not going to go into right now. But for the best part of a year and a half, this was my daily driver, and I drove it, and I used to drive, you know, over 1,000 miles per gallon. It was a great car. I loved driving it. This is my first video I made talking about that properly. It's very Heath Robinson. The presenting is very terrible. The camera work's not great. The audio sounds terrible. But I thought you'd enjoy it. It also happens to be the car that I drove when Robert Llewellyn and I first met up in the electric car world. We went to test drive it was called the EV. It was a C1 EV, and it was made by the electric car company, who were based in London, and it was a terrible car. And after we'd driven that and walked back from part of London, the car broke down. We had to walk back to where we'd parked. I gave Robert a quick spin in the plug-in Prius, and that was the first time that he and I had really ever geeked out about cars. So I've got quite a fond spot in my heart for this particular car, Velma. Velma was lovely. Velma unfortunately died and went to the great scrapyard in the sky. But enough talking from me. Watch the video, enjoy, and just remember it was filmed 8 years ago when I didn't have any of the skills that I now have. So yeah, don't hate me. Bye. So I finally finished my plug-in Prius conversion, and I thought I'd give you a quick spin around the block. I've got a few errands to run, so perhaps you'd like to come with me. In here you've got the Zyvan charger, two of the batteries, or two of the battery packs, which is made up of two original Prius batteries. There's a third pack underneath the black plastic liner there. In fact, if I do that, you can see the other one in between. Unplugging the car, it's really quite simple. Just like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out for a bit of a spin, and we'll see how it goes. You have a regular screen, which is just here. If I press this button here, you'll be able to see that it looks like a regular Prius, telling me at the moment I'm getting 76.1 miles to the gallon. When Toyota designed the Prius, they designed it to run in EV only mode, which is a brilliant idea because it means for low speed driving, which is what I'm doing now, I'm just manoeuvring around a cul-de-sac, is that the engine doesn't come on, which is brilliant because the engine at these kind of speeds, about 4 miles an hour, is incredibly inefficient. Really inefficient. And when you're looking at an electric vehicle, electric vehicles have incredible amounts of power from a stand start, so they can accelerate you from 0 to whatever top speed you want to go incredibly quickly. They don't have to be revved up like a petrol engine. With my Prius, my plug-in Prius, what I've actually got is all the benefits of having a real full-size, genuine, drivable car, which the Prius is. It's a brilliant car. It's got an incredible reliability record, that, you know, customer satisfaction through the roof. But when you add a plug, you're adding this extra dimension. You're adding the ability to use your Prius as a runabout. I've been really happy with my Prius, and converting it to a plug-in Prius was the best thing I could have done, period. Full stop. When I'm driving normally, this is what I display. It tells me my fuel economy. So at the moment, since my last fill up, I've done 536 miles. And I'm getting an average, according to this computer in the car, of about 76.4 British miles to the gallon. So it's time to plug my Prius in. Let's see what I need to do. So, not quite finished yet, so just unplug that one there, and that one, plug that one there, and do these 2 screws, one there and one there. Flip that up, flips up, and I just pull that, goes in there like that. And in there you've got 2 batteries. Third battery is under there. Now I haven't yet worked out my cooling for this, so I'm standing my charger on its end like that, just to give me some extra cooling. And I'm going to pinch the cable, which I've hidden in front of this Golf City Stromer. 1985, fully electric car, how about that? And it's not a conversion, it was made that way. Okay, I'm going to try and do this with one hand. A bit dangerous. So, plug these in, like so. There we go. And just plug those 2 together. Right, we'll walk back towards the other end. So it's actually still connected. Flip the switch. Now that noise there was it telling me that it is charging, as you can hear. And if you just look there, you might not be able to see it. If you just look just there, you'll see a little LED. You can't probably see, but it's glowing red. That means it's charging. When it turns green, it means it's finished.